Hi, I'm Steve's avatar from aimaze Music in April 2026. Are you a musician worried about AI taking over? Yeah, that fear is everywhere right now. But honestly, you probably don't have to worry. At least, not in the way the debate is usually framed. AI is unlikely to replace you as an artist, but it may change something else. Let's take a closer look. What's actually changing? Right now, people say AI music is flooding streaming platforms. And that's true. But here's the real question. Is anyone actually losing something? There are two possible scenarios. First scenario. People listen to AI music in addition to what they already hear. So instead of 10 tracks a day, they now listen to 15. 5 of them are AI. Sounds harmless. But it's not completely neutral. Because streaming money is shared. More tracks mean more competition. Smaller slices for everyone. Second scenario. People listen to AI music instead of human-made music. That's the real threat. That's where replacement happens. So now the key question. Why would anyone choose AI music? Is it better? Not necessarily. Because people don't choose music in a vacuum. Algorithms choose. Platforms choose. Playlists choose. And platforms love music that is cheap, scalable, and controllable. That's exactly what AI music is. So this is not just about technology. It's about platform economics. And that changes everything. AI is not really competing with you on quality. It's competing on efficiency, speed, and algorithm compatibility. And that's a different game. Look at where AI already works best. Background playlists, lo-fi streams, mood-based content. In other words, functional music. And let's be honest, that space was already full of standardized music, long before AI. AI just makes it cheaper and faster. So ask yourself, do you really want to compete there? Probably not. Now, what happens next? We'll get more music, a lot more. And yes, probably more mediocre music too. But let's be fair, there was already plenty of that. What changes is scale. AI lowers the barrier. Suddenly, everyone can make music. That's actually a good thing. More people can express ideas. But there's a trade-off. Great music usually comes from talent, years of practice, solid skill, and a unique identity. AI changes that process. It doesn't kill creativity, but it shifts it. From playing to prompting. From mastering to selecting. So here's the real question. Are we losing quality or just redefining skill? Now comes the most important shift. When music becomes unlimited, production is no longer the problem. Attention is. Attention becomes the scarce resource, not music. So your job as a musician changes. It's no longer just, can I make great music? It's, can I make people care? And here's the interesting part. There are things AI still can't do well. Live performance, real human connection, identity, context. That's your space. So what happens? Human music moves into niches, smaller audiences, but stronger connections. And something surprising might happen there. A filtering process. The people who stay are not casual creators. They're the ones who have to make music. Not for content, not for algorithms, but because they can't not do it. And that changes the outcome. While the mainstream gets flooded, these niches could become deeper, more intense, higher quality. Not because AI disappears, but because commitment becomes the filter. So no, AI is unlikely to replace you as an artist, but it may reshape the conditions under which you can make a living. And that's where this stops being about music, because this is bigger. If AI keeps increasing productivity, more and more work becomes optional. So we have to ask, what is creative work worth when production is no longer scarce? How do we, as a society, value it? So, fame, fortune, and glory? Fame? Maybe. Recognition? Probably. But money? That might change. A lot. And that may be the real shift to understand.